Good day, George. So we're very excited. This weekend, the 27th rendition of the Old Car Show is coming to George once again on Saturday and Sunday, the 10th and 11th of February. And we're seated in studio with one of the organizers of that Old Car Show, Alain Dupreneur. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So before we talk about the show, I know that you're a car enthusiast. Tell us about this passion and love that you have for vehicles, and where does it come from?
When you talk about vehicles, you talk about three things. You talk about the fact that people get together and they share the stories, or where did they get the car? How did they restore the car? Then there's this camaraderie. You know, I showed this for my car, or I showed that part for my car. And people work together to help each other to reserve and preserve all these wonderful cars. And that is just one of the best things that one can do.
Culture.
Culture,
exactly.
history.
And so the show is coming up. People are excited. It's one of the biggest fixtures, I call it, in the George, calendar. What can people look forward to regarding this upcoming show?
This year, we're going to have the best, the biggest, the most exciting show. The oldest car, although it's a replica, it's a 1886 Benz, a three-wheeler that's going to be here. But in terms of the oldest car that's going to be on the show, it's a 1901 Benz. Because initially it was Benz, later it became Mercedes-Benz. And that is the category that we always refer to as the ancestor category. But then in the veteran category, the old Model T and Model S Fords is going to be there once again. And the oldest Model T Ford is a 1907 Ford that's going to be there. Wow. So it's going to be exciting just to bring people out. Of course, this year it's a German theme with the Volkswagens, the Porsches, the Mercedes, the BMWs. And what people can look forward is the 300 SLs. They were built in 1956, 70-year-old birthday this year for them. And we're going to have a number of them that's going to be present, and people must really come out and have a look at these beautiful old cars that's going to be there.
It's so amazing. How many cars are we looking at, on average, do you think are going to be on display on that day or the 2 days?
What we always say is, remember that it's not about the number of cars, but the number of old cars. Because we really try to get cars up to 1960. That's the post-war period from 1939 to 1960, or after the war, 1946 until 1960. And in terms of that category, cars going back prior to 1960, people can expect nearly 1,000 of them that will be on site. Wow. And of course, there are always the youngsters. We want the youngsters there. Yeah. And for them, they can come and have a look at the cars, but all the new car dealers will be there. So if you want to buy a 2024 model, that's the place to come and buy yourself a brand new car. But a lot of people cannot afford these cars. We have a good 5,000 small model cars that's going to be on display. As well. And a lot of them. So if you cannot afford a Model T Ford, or you cannot afford a 300 SL, go to the small car division and buy yourself a small one. So at least that's a good start. Exactly. That's for everyone.
So tickets, how do people that haven't maybe gotten tickets yet, how can they get access to it? Where can they buy it? Will there be tickets sold on the day? What's the information for that?
iTickets, that's the quickest and the fastest way. You pay 20 Rand less than at the gate. That means you stop at Carpe Diem, you park there, and you walk into the showgrounds, and there's no hash, there's no fast, there's no armbands. You just show your ticket and you go in. Great. But last year we had a little bit of a challenge in terms of our number of gates that sell tickets. Okay. This year we have not 4, but 12 gates. And we make special provision for the elderly. So there's a specific gate that the elderly can go in. And if you travel with your daughter that is 30 years old, she can come with you. We're not going to separate at the gate. Sure. So there will be tickets that will be available on site. We really urge people to go and park at Carpe Diem. Okay. This year, especially for the Sunday, we have an Oompah Band, a serious, real Oompah Band with Oompah German music that's going to play from 11 o'clock on Sunday until 2 o'clock on Sunday. The Oompah Band will do a guest appearance on Saturday, but the real show of the Oompah Band is on the Sunday.
And from a cost perspective, so how much are tickets?
120 Rand at the gates for adults, and the pensioners is 80 Rand at the gates. But if you buy it online, you pay 100 Rand as an adult and I think about 70 Rand as a pensioner that you can go in, and 50 Rand for kids over 18. Under 18, it's fine.
Sir, thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably see you there. So there, if you heard it, this weekend, the Old Car Show, it's a classic fixture in our George calendar. So if you have nothing planned, or even if you do have something planned, go check it out and enjoy all the beautiful cars that will be on display. See you there.